guys, it's Moffatt from The Disciples, once again back with some branded Despia gameplay. This time I'm going to show you guys some combo videos on how to play this deck, play structure deck with the list I posted earlier. So mainly, how to use the Brand of Fusion and Aluber to set up interruptions, as well as ways to set up plays for next turn. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so combo number one we have to show you today is just the Aluber and then a random card to discard. So Kit Springers does do exactly the same as this, you just need the additional card to resolve the Kit Springers effect. So we'll take the Aluber, normal summon it, add to the brand spell or trap. So we'll take the fusion, then activate the fusion. This will send us to fuse some decks. So we'll send the Fallen of Albers plus the Despia and Tragedy, so Albers plus a Dark. This gives us the Libellion, and then on summon we can do Tragedy Chaining 1, Libellion Chaining 2, discard for cost. So with the Libellion, we will fuse itself as well as the Albaz. So we shuffle back in those cards. That will summon us the Mirror Jade, resolving the Tragedy. This will add us the Adlib, which will be coming up in a second for this combo. So what we'll do then is we'll proceed to go to the end phase so we can play around Vela. And then we'll activate the Mirror Jade effect, which will send us the Albion from the extra deck to graveyard. We'll banish the Aluber. Again, we do this because we just need a monster, the card to banish. And we don't have anything else to do, so we just have to sacrifice this, but it's not doing much at the moment on its own. And then still in the end phase, we can trigger the Albion effect to set or add a branded spell or trap from our deck. So we'll take the branded red, which is the quick play spell, set it from our deck, pass to our opponent. Again, we can't use this Mirror Jade because we used it in the previous turn. So what we'll do is we'll activate the branded in red. This allows us to add back a Despia card and then fuse from our hand and field by banishing. So we'll take all three of these cards, banish all three, and then we'll be summoning the Chimera. So we have multiple chainlinks to resolve here. So let's say we do chainlink 1 Chimera, chainlink 2 Tragedy, and then chainlink 3 Adlib. So Chimera, because we fused the 2 from hand, 1 from field, we'll draw 2. So we'll just draw 2 cards. So we've got 2 freebies here. And then we're going to resolve the Tragedy. This is going to allow us to follow up. So we have the Aluber for follow up, and then the Adlib is going to summon back a fusion monster. So we're going to take the Mirror Jade and summon it back. So we've just popped 1. We still have the Mirror Jade, so this will allow us to, send one more Albion essentially to banish a card. So you've got a banish. You've got 2 free cards in hand. You've got the pop from this. You've got the Aluber for follow up. You've got the Albion for even more follow-up. So essentially, we can add another fusion in the end phase or whatever card you need at the time. So this is like essentially how strong the deck is just from that one Aluber or Kit Spring-ins, or essentially Brand of Fusion with an extra card. It gets you to so much from one thing. So like I said, this is why I feel the deck is really strong, because you have just this one card combo, which is really powerful with follow-up, interruption, drawing. It's got everything really. So yeah, this is combo 1. Okay, so combo number 2, I want to show off the new continuous spell branded Paradise, along with Aluber and a random discard. So what we can do is normal summon Aluber, once again going to grab us the Brand of Fusion, then we will activate the Paradise branded, so this will protect the fusion from any solemn warnings or similar cards to that. So we'll activate the Brand of Fusion, and then we'll be sending again as before our Albaz as well as our Tragedy. This will summon our Libellion. So now, thanks to the Paradise branded, they can't respond to the fusion summon here, so we can order our chainlinks however we like. So we can just do chaining 1 Libellion, discard a random card, chaining 2 Tragedy, and then we can do chaining 3 branded Paradise. So the branded Paradise will give us the Albion Dragon. So again, this adds you any monster that Fallen Albaz that called that or lists it in its text. So this can be the Albion, or it can be the Kit Spring-ins, or Fallen Albaz itself. So this will add this. The Tragedy will again add us the Adlib, like I said, for the main combo, the way to summon back Mirror Jade, and then the Libellion will resolve, putting itself back, as well as the Fallen of Albaz to summon our Mirror Jade. So from here, what we can do now, instead of just going to the end phase for this, we can activate the Albion effect. So what this will do is it will send a branded spell or trap from our deck to graveyard. So we'll be sending the new counter trap here, the Condemnation. It will put itself to the bottom of the deck, and it will allow us to draw a random card. But then what we can do is we can activate the branded condemnation, which will take a branded spell trap on our graveyard, either add it to our hand or set it to our field. So we can already add back our branded fusion. And then we can do the same stuff that we did before, end phase, send the Albion, banish this, add your branded and red, go to your main Chimera interruption. The best thing about this is, again, in your opponent's turn, you can once more, on fusion summon, you can add the Albion, so you can do this again all for next turn. So essentially this card just gives you even more recursion, as well as protecting your effects on summon, as well as the rare opportunity that your opponent has a Solemn Warning or something similar to that. So just wanted to show off this card, which I think is underrated coming into this format, and hopefully you guys agree. Okay, so this is going to be combo number 3 with Branded Fusion plus a random discard. This is the slightly weaker version compared to if you open Aluber or the Kit Springings instead of this, as you basically want to be searching off the tragedy, you want to be searching the ad-lib, not the Aluber, to search the missing component here. So we're going to be activating Branded Fusion. Like usual, you see this is a very recurring pattern. We'll be sending the Albaz and the Tragedy to summon the Rebellion. Again, we can do all the trainings we want here. So we can do Training 2 this, Training 1 this, Training 2 this to discard the random card. So again, like usual, putting the Albaz back as well as the Rebellion. This will summon us our Mirror Jade, and then our Tragedy will resolve to add us our Aluber. So then we can normal summon the Aluber. This will add us the branded and red. So we can then set the branded and red. And then what we're able to do is, in their turn, again, we can use the Mirror Jade first to send this, again, to give us follow-up. And then when we're done with that, we can use the branded and red to add back the Tragedy. This will then banish these 3 and summon our Chimera. So this time we'll be able to pop 2 and draw 1. So again, we can add the follow-up we need, which is probably just going to be another Aluber, and then we get to draw 1 and then pop 2 from the Chimera. So we don't have the ad-lib from this, but it's just basically a slightly different version of the interruption. Popping 2 instead of drawing 1 can be considered a bit better, but yeah, no, that's just another 1-card starter. Again, lots of recursion. Albion able to add us whatever branded card we want, probably another fusion here, so lots of recurrence with this one as well. Okay, so for combo number 4, I'm going to be showing you a fairly, unique hand, just ways to utilize Albion to kind of inherently plus with just certain cards. So what we're going to do is in the draw phase, so similar to Solomon Great Circle, we can activate Branded Opening. So on resolution, we can discard the fusion. This can summon us the Aluber, and then we can use the Aluber effect to add us the Exile, which again is the summon from grave, and then super poly by banishing either monsters to your opponents or your own from your field. Then we can go into the main phase. We can activate Albion. This will let us mill a branded spell trap, so we'll send the condemnation. We'll then send this to the bottom of our deck and draw a random card. So we have our random card, discard for a Rebellion, and now we can use our branded condemnation, banish us from grave, to add back our fusion. And you can kind of see where we're going to be going from here. Similar to the other combos, activate fusion, send the Tragedy, send the, that's not the Fallen of Albaz, sorry about that. Then we will summon the Rebellion. Like usual, resolve this, so we can do Chaining 1, Chaining 2. Chaining 2 can add our ad-lib, and then we can resolve our Rebellion, putting our Albaz and itself back to summon our Mirror Jade. So similar to the first combo, we have all the components as before, but we have the trap as well. So what you can do here is just have another way to interrupt your opponent with the super poly technique from here. And yeah, it's just another way to show you guys the main combo. So yep, I hope you guys have enjoyed these combos, so hopefully a bit more proficient to be able to play the deck when it comes out, and next week I believe. So yeah, looking forward to the deck coming out. If you guys have any more suggestions or combos, please comment down below. I'm happy to take improvements or suggestions here. Otherwise, please give us a subscribe. We're knocking out the park recently, and really appreciate everyone's support. So yeah, thank you very much, and catch you in the next one.